Morning, my dear students of intermediate first year as well as second year. I hope all of you are hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty. For the last 3 or 4 classes, I have been associated with English first paper. I'd like to continue the same motion today. I'd like to talk about another important lesson, and that is the story of Shilpi. Look at the slide, my dear students. I'm going to talk about Unit 6, and the lesson is 4.2, and the title of the lesson is the story of Shilpi. Dear students, we were talking about the stages of human life. Actually, we focused on adolescence. We focused on the problems of the boys and girls, that means adolescents, boys and girls. And today we are going to have an example. We are going to have discussion on Shilpi, an adolescent girl who was married off at an early age, and what had happened to her. We will talk about. Our primary discussion will include today the lesson. Actually, we will talk about the lesson. We will not talk about any question. I will not give you any MCQ or question answer. Today we will thoroughly focus on the lesson. We will try to understand the lesson. During the time of discussion, we will come up with some synonyms, with some antonyms. We will try to find out the identification of parts of speech. At the same time, we will be able to change the parts of speech in different formats. So my dear students, let us talk about the first paragraph. And I have a request. Those who are with me right now from different corners of Bangladesh, including the students of Dhaka College, are requested to participate. I'd like to have a participatory class like other days, and I'm sure you are ready to go with me. So my dear students, look at the slide. We are talking about Shilpi. Shilpi is 15 years old. Yes, Shilpi is 15 years old. And definitely she is an adolescent girl. An adolescent girl is Shilpi. But she was married. She was married in 2018. The students, sorry, 2008. Shilpi was married in 2008, and how old was she? She was only 15. We know that the legal age of marriage for girls in Bangladesh is 18 and for the boys 21. But what has happened to Shilpi? It was pathetic because she was married just at 15. It was really pathetic. So my dear students, the first word that I have underlined here, it's marry. Now give me a synonym of marry. Marry is a verb. Now give me some synonyms of marry. I have already taught you the synonyms of marry in our last classes. My dear students, you are requested to give me the synonym of marry. Okay, marry is a verb, got it? Yes. Al-Amin, you have written wed, but there is a spelling mistake. No, don't say dowry. I am trying to get the verb form of marry. Can I say wed? Can I say conjugate? Okay, I say I think marry has some synonyms. We can say wed, we can say conjugate. These are the synonyms of marry. Dear students, marry is a verb. The noun form of marry is marriage. If the word is marriage, it would be wedding. It would be wedding. So my dear students, look at. Shilpi was only 15 years old when she married Rashid in 2008. Shilpi was only 15 and it was 2008 when she was married. Marrying of daughters at an early age is a standard practice for many families living in rural Bangladesh. This is a very, very important line. We need to understand. Marrying of daughters at an early age is a standard practice for many families living in rural Bangladesh. Dear students, I'd like to write the whole sentence, and there will be a lot of questions from this sentence. Marrying of daughters at an early age. Marrying of daughter at an early age is a standard practice for many families living in rural Bangladesh. Dear students, we have written the sentence. Look at the board. Marrying of daughters at an early age is a standard practice for many families living in rural Bangladesh. At first, I'd like to underline some of the words, and you have to identify the parts of speech of those underlined words. Is my question clear to you? I want you to give me the parts of speech of the words that I am going to underline right now. Look at the board. Marrying, number 1. Number 2, standard. Number 3, practice. Number 4, living. Okay. Now, give me the parts of speech of these underlined words, my dear students. Marrying of daughters at an early age is a standard practice for many families living in rural Bangladesh. What do you think? Give me the parts of speech of those underlined words. Okay. What are my students? Give me the parts of speech of these underlined words. Alamin. You are requested to give me the answer with one comment. Okay. Don't write the answer separately, my dear students. Sabir, Aryan. Thank you, Muna. You have written excellent. Munna, sorry. Sohil Rana, noun, adjective. Thank you, Nabil, Rafi, Nafiz Iqbal, thank you. Alamin, special thanks go to you. Imon, Fazle Rabbi Khan, Ahmed Pritam. These are the familiar faces to me. Nuruddin Sarkar, Nafis and Islam, Jabedul Islam, Shamim Firdaus, a very familiar guy to me. Trisha, our guest and a regular participant. Alamin, thank you. Torsin Sek, thank you. Habibur Rahman, Abhishek Dash. Okay, thank you, my dear students. I would like to give you the explanation here. Marrying, it's a very tricky question. Marrying, I have got the word marry, then ing. That is, I have got verb plus ing, but this marrying has become the subject of this sentence. Marrying of daughters are at an early age is a standard practice. What is the standard practice? Marrying of daughters. What is the subject of this sentence? The subject is marrying. Okay. If any ing added verb works as the subject of a sentence. Dear student, if any ing added verb becomes the subject of a sentence, it becomes a gerund. It becomes a gerund, and gerund always works as a noun. So this is a noun. Marrying of daughters at an early age is a standard. Standard modifies practice. My dear student, this is practice. Don't say practice. I talked about this matter. Here standard modifies practice. That's why standard is an adjective, because practice is itself a noun. For many families living, this is another complicated question. It is complicated in a sense that for many families, these living, the word living here modifies the word families. Families is a noun. The word families is a noun. As it is a noun, and this noun is being modified by the word living, in that case we will call it an adjective. And we have got this adjective with verb plus ing. If you get any ing added verb, and if these ing added verbs works as an adjective, it will become present participle. Dear students, it will become present participle. I'm going to repeat. If any ing added verb works as an adjective in the sentence, it becomes an adjective. It becomes a present participle. So present participle is formed when we add ing with the verb. And if we add ing with a verb, and if this ing added verb works as a noun, it will be a gerund. So gerund and present participle both are constructed with the help of ing with a verb. But if ing added verb works as a noun, it will be a gerund, and if it works as an adjective, it will be a present participle. So present participle works as an adjective, gerund works as a noun. So my dear students, you have to keep it in mind that if you get any ing added verb, and if this ing added verb works as an adjective, it will become present participle. You have to keep it in mind. Participle always works as adjective. Participles are always adjective. Clear to you? Then living in rural Bangladesh. So up to this part, I think it's clear to you. Here I have got one word, that is rural. Who can give me a synonym of rural, dear students? Thank you, Mozammel Hussain. You have got 4 out of 4. Now give me a synonym of rural. No, I can't take Polash, I can't take village. Rural is an adjective, so give me the synonym with adjective. Thank you, Said. Thank you, Jahid. Thank you, Mustafizur Rahman. I think you are a student of 2nd year. Aryan, village. Sorry. Don't say countryside, my dear students. Dear students, here rural is an adjective. I can think pastoral. I can think rustic. Pastoral and rustic can be the synonyms for rural. Dear students, we want to get the information of the passage. We were talking about Shilpi. When was she married? She was married in 2000. She was married in 2008. Sorry. She was married in 2008 when she was only 15. What is a regular practice in rural Bengal? Marrying of daughters at an early age. Okay. Here another word, dear student, marry. Marry means in Bengali biye kora. If I say marry off, so there I have written two words. The first one is marry, the second one marry off. In Bengali, marry means biye kora. In Bengali, marry off means biye diye dewa. Okay. So my dear students, look at the board. What is a standard practice in rural Bengal? To marry off daughters at an early age. It has become a standard practice. Very pathetic. After her wedding, dear students, look at the word wedding. What type of parts of speech is wedding? Wedding is definitely a noun. Wedding is definitely a noun because this noun is being modified by her. Her is a possessive. We know that possessive is an adjective, and this adjective is modifying the word wedding. Okay. You can say her is a determiner. Normally articles are called determiner, but possessive, quantifier, demonstrative, they are also called determiner. And you will come to know about these items in second year. After the wedding, Shilpi joined a local empowerment group that provides adolescent girls with the tools needed to gradually change cultural practices, particularly those pertaining to early marriage and pregnancy. I want you to go through this last sentence again, dear students. After her wedding, Shilpi joined a local empowerment group. The marriage of Shilpi was really a pathetic event. But after her wedding, Shilpi participated in a local empowerment group. What is a local empowerment group? A local empowerment group is such an institution which gives adolescents, girls and boys with some opportunities so that they can be conscious. Okay. And Shilpi joined one of the local empowerment groups, and this local empowerment group has some responsibilities. One of the responsibilities is it provides. What is the synonym of provide, my dear student? What is the synonym of provide? Provide is a verb. Synonym of provide is supply. You can say give. Thank you, my dear students who are writing. We are going with me. Local empowerment group has different activities. One of the activities is to give adolescent girls. What type of instrument they provide the adolescent girls with the tools. Here tools may be different medicines. Here tools may be advice. Here tools may be other instruments also. And these tools are needed, my dear student, these tools are needed to gradually change cultural practices. How can these tools make them gradually change cultural practices? Now listen to what I said. Tools may be of different issues. One of the tools may be advice. If any adolescent girls is made to understand the harmful effects of early marriage and pregnancy, that adolescent girl will be more conscious. the thoughts or conceptions that an adolescent girl has before counseling may be changed after advice. And because of this knowledge regarding early marriage and pregnancy, definitely the girl will change their psychology related to early marriage and pregnancy. That's why I am giving you the conception that these tools are needed to gradually change cultural practices. What are the cultural practices? Early marriage, polygamy, pregnancy, these are the you can say the practices. These practices will be changed. Here there is another word, that is gradually. Gradually, dear students. What type of parts of speech is gradually? Write in the comment box. Is the slide there? Okay, look at the slide there, students. Yes, thank you. Gradually means slowly. Can I say step by step? Actually, English first paper is boring to some extent, but most of the students do bad in first paper. The students, so be serious in terms of learning the issues related to English first paper. Okay, slowly or step by step. Look at the slide there, students. Local empowerment group gives advice to the adolescent girls, and after taking the advice, adolescent girls take the change, that is change their psychology or mentality, and they change their mentality or psychology related to different cultural practices prevailing in rural Bangladesh. So I think, or we think, local empowerment group is really playing a pivotal role in the overall improvement of adolescents, girls and boys. So my dear students, up to this part we have got some conceptions related to the first lesson. We have talked about Shilpi. She was married in 2008 at just 15. What is ideal practice for rural Bengal? And marrying of daughters at an early age. There is another thing we have come to know about local empowerment group, and what is the activities of local empowerment group according to the first lesson. We have got that local empowerment group provides tools, and these tools are really essential to make their psychological change related to early marriage and pregnancy. So my dear students, this is all about the first lesson. Now I'd like to talk about the second one. Excuse me. Thank you. We are still continuing, my dear students. Let us talk about the second paragraph. This is very thank you for your comment. I am being energized with the comments of you. Thank you, my dear students. Look at the slide. I am eagerly waiting for the time when we will learn face to face. That is, we will have a direct class. We are expecting to participate our offline classes very soon. You know that according to the declaration of our government, we really thank the officials related to this process. The group's activities. Local empowerment group maintains or discharges a lot of activities, and one of these activities is to conduct discussions, and these discussions are held, or this discussion take place between or among the members of that local empowerment group. Here you can think that Shilpi is a member of that local empowerment group. A local empowerment group has a lot of responsibilities to perform. Like Shilpi, there are a lot of adolescent girls who become the member of those or those local empowerment group. Why am I using the word those instead of that? In Bangladesh, there have been a lot of local empowerment groups. All the local empowerment groups play a very vital role in the socio-economic situation of Bangladesh. Local empowerment groups conduct discussion, and during the time of discussion, knowledge related to pregnancy, early marriage, polygamy and other issues related to health are discussed among the members. Beside the members, there remain the counselors of local empowerment groups. Here the counselors provide them with different advice. You can say the members of local empowerment, you can say the counselors of local empowerment group provide them with different instruments, provide them with advice, and they get their advice during the time of discussion. And after they receive the discussion, effective discussion during the group session, their behavior gets changed related to reproductive health as well as one-on-one counseling. What is one-on-one counseling, dear students? One-on-one counseling refers to the process when one person will talk to other person. That means these two persons will talk to each other. There will not be third person here. Okay, one-on-one counseling. In one-on-one counseling process, one wise or knowledgeable person about something will provide the other person with the conception regarding something. Suppose there is somebody beside me. I know about something about issue, and if I give my person, that means the person who is sitting or just who is beside me, if I give him or her this any kind of conception or knowledge or a decision or you can say counseling, this process will be called one-on-one counseling. Clear to you? So one-on-one counseling is a very vital issue related to the activities of local empowerment group. It also offers peer-to-peer support. What is peer-to-peer support, dear students? There are some people who have knowledge about something. There are also some people who don't have knowledge of that thing. If any knowledgeable person gives support to the person who doesn't know that thing, this process is called peer-to-peer support. Local empowerment group offers peer-to-peer support. Local empowerment group offers a life skill training, and these peer-to-peer support and life skill trainings help the adolescents say no to early marriage. If adolescent girls are provided with the help of peer-to-peer support and life skills training, the peer-to-peer support and life skill training make them aware of the harmful effects of early marriage and pregnancy. If any adolescent girl becomes aware of the harmful effects of early marriage and pregnancy, definitely those adolescent girls will say no to early marriage. I think I have made it clear to you. So my dear students, let us go to the next slide. Sorry. My dear students, I know that English first paper is quite disgusting to you because we are going through a lot of lessons. Dear students, these lessons can be given as fill in the blanks with clues or without clues. With clues or without clues. I'd like to tell you a story right now. This is not related to the lesson. During this live class, we actually don't make fun or don't tell you stories, but I would like to tell you a story. Okay. Some 2 years back, most of the students of Dhaka board failed to get A+ in English. As far as I could remember, many boys of Dhaka College missed A+ in English. Don't get depressed with my talkings. Try to be encouraged. The first boy of NDC, the first girl of VNC, they missed A+ in English. Why did they miss A+? Because for filling the blanks without clues, one of the para of English first paper was given, and this para was really difficult to understand. Most of the students missed a lot of marks in filling the blanks without clues. For filling the blanks with clues and without clues, passages of English first paper will be given. If any passage is given, what will you do? So my dear students, try to be with me, try to learn with me seriously so that the lessons are kept stuck into your memory. Okay? Now I'd like to talk about the, oh my God, Sabir, what you are talking about? My dear students who are with me, who definitely will get, I don't want you to get A+ in English. I want you to get more than 90% marks in English. Getting A+ is not the ultimate target of you. You have to target at least 90. It would be better if you get more than 90% marks in English. So my dear students, there is no rules and regulations. There is no rule and regulation for filling the blanks with clues and without clues. What is clause, my dear student? It would be clues. Okay, the local empowerment group is one of more than 10,000 groups supported by some local empowerment organizations working all over Bangladesh. Before 5 or 10 minutes, I was talking that Shilpi joined a local empowerment group. There are a lot of local empowerment groups in Bangladesh. Here we have got more than 10,000. And these local empowerment groups are supported by, you can say are financed by, you can say are given counseling by non-government organization, that is NGOs. And these NGOs are working all over Bangladesh. So there are a lot of NGOs all over Bangladesh. And these NGOs support the local empowerment groups with finance, with counseling, with any other things. But these NGOs, my dear students, work through a project. And what is the name of the project? The name of the project is Kannada's Adolescence Reproductive Health Project. This project has an aim. Aim means target or goal, a destination. And what is the target? The target is that they want to increase the access to quality health services for adolescents. They want to ensure that adolescent girls get access to quality health services. This is the target of this project. Okay. So NGOs support local empowerment group. My dear students, NGOs support local empowerment group. Local empowerment group supports adolescents girls. So ultimately we can say that NGOs are supporting the adolescents girls who are vulnerable to early marriage and pregnancy. Shilpi joined a lot of sessions. During one of the group sessions, Shilpi came to understand the potentially harmful effects of early marriage and pregnancy. You people, everybody knows that early marriage and pregnancy are not expected, because if early marriage and pregnancy come to light, definitely the persons involved in this process, the adolescent girls involved in this process, the adolescent brides involved in this process will definitely be vulnerable to serious health complications. Okay, got it. So my dear students, local empowerment group always maintains the target of giving knowledge or awareness related to early marriage, pregnancy and some other unexpected cultural practices prevailing in rural Bangladesh. Okay, here we have got two words. The first one is access to. After access, preposition to is used. What do you mean? Can you please give me a synonym for access to? Who can give me? Access to. Yes, you can say enter. Thank you, enter. So access to a synonym, enter. Mustafizur Rahman, thank you. I have got this boy in many classes of me. Okay, right of entry, excellent answer. Right of entry. Thank you. Now give me what is potentially? What type of parts of speech is potentially, my dear students? What type of parts of speech is potentially? Yes. What type of parts of speech is potentially, my dear students? Who can give me? Who can give me? Thank you. Potentially is an adverb. The adjective form of potentially is potential. Okay. What is the synonym of potentially? Where is the synonym of potentially? Who can give me? Who can give me? Yes, you can say probably, you can say possibly. Okay, now last target for today, that is harmful. Harmful is an adjective. What is the synonym of harmful? What is the synonym of harmful? Give me. Potentially, probably. Sorry, today I haven't, my dear students, I haven't uttered your name today. I'd like to apologize. Now give me the synonym of harmful. Harmful. Yes, thank you. Hazardous, dangerous. Hazardous, dangerous. Thank you. Hazardous, dangerous. So my dear students, I have talked about some issues related to the life of Shilpi. There is a long lesson. There is a long lesson regarding Shilpi. I have taken the help of 2 or 3 paragraphs. In my next class, my dear students, in my next class, I'd like to talk about the question pattern. That is, I'd like to give you some of the questions of the previous year of different colleges, and I'd like to give you some question answer. So my dear students, I want you to go through this lesson again, and I'm sure you will be able to identify what are the messages that the writer wants to convey in the passage. And after talking of the question pattern related to the story of Shilpi, we will start another lesson. And we are not, the students of Dhaka College, we are not going to get a lot of time before CT2. You are going to get notice very soon regarding CT2, and if you want to get good preparation, try to please re-enjoy the classes that we have already taken after CT1. So my dear students, on next Saturday you have a class with Adnan sir, and you have already come to know that he has started talking with transformation. He will go on the same topic, and I would like to meet you in my upcoming week. That is, I would like to take a class on next Wednesday. So my dear students, thank you for being with me. I'd like to invite you to my next class that will be held on next Wednesday. Thank you. Goodbye.